Here's a little story while people are still trying to find some seats. Um, some people ask, like, why do we practice so much of pitching if this is about developing services and products? Now, here's why. Minutes ago, Heroku, which is one of the world's most used code repositories, went down. So imagine thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of developers now sitting in front of their screens and they see, well, nothing works. Which, life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. But the good part is, if you have prepared a pitch, you can still deliver a solid message and wait for the Heroku app to come back alive again. Which, big congrats to the team who had this issue just a minute ago. They managed to save their product and managed to put it back online. So amazing things happen. So please do take some seats. Yes, I still see people standing outside. Come in. Okay. So do you see your teammates around you? Are they here? Can we start? No? Yes, no? Okay, more people joining? We're starting off in a little bit like Southern European mood here. We're gonna start 5:30. Take it or leave it. Okay. No, I'm about to start. Right. More people come in. Welcome to join. Anyway, greetings to everyone who is watching this on live stream. Yes, by the way, there's a live stream going on. So make sure you can just share the website of Garage48, ping your friends, family, colleagues, peers, like-minded people, so they can follow us what's going on here on live stream. Who's tired? Was it a long weekend? Yes. Okay. A more important question: who learned something over this weekend? I see quite a few hands here. Right. That's good. Who met some new and exciting people with whom you would like to continue some sort? Yeah. Everyone find a lot of exciting people here, which is great, and I think that is essential part of having programs like these, where you gather together people of different backgrounds and skills and share them for some good causes, and then they can also work on these good causes also outside from this or another building. Anyway, can you give a very, very big and thorough round of applause for yourselves for getting this far? Thank you. No, I was trying to warm up your clapping skills, right? You're going to need it. I would also like to say big thanks first of all, for the people in the US Embassy here in Tallinn, who came up with this idea that we should try to put together specialists working in the field of human trafficking, trying to prevent that, and tech people to try to build some solutions to counter that. So, first of all, big thanks to them for the idea and the initiative. Thank you! And then another round of applause. So then also when the idea came up, then also other people joined in. And then big thanks for the US State Department for helping and making this actually possible. Thank you. And then I have been in quite a few tech events, but I've never had a tech event in a cinema, which is pretty cool, I have to admit. And this, I think, was pretty nice and cozy place. So please let's give a round of applause to Tallinn University and Baltic Film Media School for giving us a very nice place to work. All right. So what's going to happen now? Do you know? I'm very boring. There's no surprises. The final pitching, right? And by the way, there's a small hashtag in the corner. You can spread some, feelings how this went, or what do you think about projects here, or so on, so we can find them. And I'm not Estonian, right? But I've been there long enough to make some observations, for better or for worse. And I do know that Estonians as a people, when you ask, can you tell how you feel about this or that? They're like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then you look at the same people what are writing online and say, yeah. So don't be shy. Express your feelings online. I know you're better in that. Okay, so here are the rules of the game. We have 6 teams to present here, and fair and square, every team has to follow the same rules. 3 minutes to present the solution, and 3 minutes to take questions and answers. Right? Any questions from any team? No? Are you ready? Ready? Yes? Yes? No? Are you ready? Yes. You can feel that there are many foreigners in the room. Otherwise it would be still like, yes. Yes. Okay. Now, one more important thing before we start the final presentations is we will have very tough, demanding jury here, right? This is not going to be easy, and here they are. You might recall some of the names because they're also your mentors, right? So, Willem, where are you?
Hi, I'm here.
Hendrik? So there were our tech mentors, Janus. Yes. Our design mentor, Renee. State Department, or tip specialist, Nora. State Department tip specialist. Another Renee with a 1 E less. So or outreach and marketing mentor, and Kasper, the guy who drilled the presentation skills into you. So we'll actually, it's a little bit like whatever rest of us did for the 2 days, we'll see what Kasper did with you today, right? And in a way, it's a little bit unfair that he's calling the shots here. Anyway. Yeah, this is the moment then we get ready for the first team, which is GameOn. Please do give some round of applause to encourage.
Can I take it off?
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Anan, I'm from the team GameOn, and before I start with the actual pitch, I'd just like to small story. I heard it from one of my teammates in Moldova. There was this small kid, 12 years old, his name was Masha, and he got somehow involved with this pedophile group for 6 months. They blackmailed him, they abused him, and they took advantage of him. And after 6 months, it came to pass that no one around the kid's family or friends had noticed it, and the Moldovan cybercrime division came to uncover it. But the biggest thing was that when they uncovered it, they found out that this one man that was the abuser was in touch with almost 700 kids all over Moldova. And for a nation of about 3.5 million people, you can imagine the scale of this problem has gotten deep. And with this aim, we tried to make a difference on a very ground scale. So we aspired to create a game. And why a game? Because we aimed that our target group is about 11 to 15-year-old kids. Almost half of the population, 47% of the abuses that have been perpetrated against kids are in this range, 11 to 15. And the second thing is that it's almost nearly impossible to get it from different sources. So, and you have to make a game in order to bring education to the kids. Otherwise, just giving out pamphlets or education, it's not going to work as well. So we made a game, and we had two objectives to create this game, which was it has to be entertaining. The object of this game, the character that you play is a Superman which flies across the city and came across different situations. This situation, for example, can be a place where two people, a young adult and a kid, are walking and they're talking, and he just goes across there and chooses. You have the capacity to choose or walk away, and if you choose to engage, a dialogue follows, and it's mostly a textual based game where you choose to make decisions on what to prompt or not. So it gives a range of responsibility and decision making to the kid, who is not the victim here, but who is just looking at it as a third person. So it gives more of a perspective to the whole problem. So we made this game in the last 48 hours. It's almost the beta version. It also has an aspect of reward, which is like if you successfully clear a level, if you save a kid, you get your picture featured in a newspaper. And if you don't, then you get the picture of a kid in the newspaper saying that, oh God, this kid is missing. So uh, most of our team is our TIP experts, and we have outreach in Moldovan ministry, government. We have people working in NGOs. We have all the necessary people to bring this tool into the right hands. The only thing we need right now are much more capable people that can help this application and game develop much more rapidly. We need the specialists, especially who can deal with children, and psychologists as well. So this is my request and the final call to action, that please take part, be a part of our team, help us make a difference in this cause. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, questions.
So, questions? Anyone? Up there? Was there a question? No? Yeah.
It's just like a demo, but we did research a lot before putting it there. So we interviewed with the TIP experts to find out which are the actual points that which you recognize, because these people come across as they'll be your best friend if you give them 1 month. So you have to look at some pointers that reoccur in different situations, and we put those pointers in the game. And obviously, it's a lot of research, and we need specialists.
I think it's not a question, but it's mostly a comment. I think it's very good product, and it's good also because of give a child a behavioral model how to speak about the bad things with the policeman, for example. And I think it's good to develop it. Maybe join any psychologist or
Yes.
therapist to develop this dialogues and this modeling.
Yes, yes, yes.
But
You're right.
The
Yeah.
product is perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
Could you show how the game trailer works again?
Show the game.
Yeah. What kind of platforms would you like this game to be launched, or how do you see this?
Primarily mobile. That would be really like bring to our base of like children, and yeah, if it can work on a mobile browser in the future as well, that would be helpful as well.
Okay. Have you tested the game prototype on any kid of your sort of target age?
Not yet. We couldn't find anyone relevant in this in our premises, but yeah, so far no.
Okay. So
But-
probably you can add a call to action that you also need some
Kids.
kid testers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Question up there.
The first thing is that the object of this game is to empower young kids, and it will be a part of a campaign. It will not just be a standalone product. It will be a part of a campaign by different ministries, NGOs, part of their weekly, the weeks that they have in order for discussions as well. And this will be, as compared to like what I'm talking to you right now, this will be another mode that instead I can give you pamphlet or give you a copy of my presentation. I'll get you the link to this app, and you can actually distribute it to your kids. So it's a holistic part of an experience. Parents, schools, NGOs, and all of the different channels that come in directly in contact with the children. So for tier 1 contacts, yes.
Okay, last question over there.
Do you think this game is fun? Because to play it, it should be fun.
I think that in the time that we have, we try to put as much fun in it as was we had the capabilities. And you're right that it should be fun, and that is why it is a 2D arcade game which slightly represents Mario. If you like have played Mario, then you'd know. So yeah, it's not that really cumbersome. You can play it anywhere, anytime, and that was one of the objectives of it. It has to be really easy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And, thanks for participation. Right, then the next team, Unspoken Story. And yeah, sorry for the small technical troubles at the beginning. I was kind of to blame because someone said to me, push the button, I pushed the button, and that button turned off the projector. It's a lesson learned. Read the small caps describing what the button does.
Shall I use this? Hello, my name is Madli Maruste, and me and our team, we have created a web platform that is called unspokenstory.org. And the platform's aim is to give back voice and dignity for the victims of human trafficking. And what do we understand about dignity? For us, dignity means to have control over your body, mind, and life. What often happens is that the victims of human trafficking are stripped of their clothes, passports, money, and freedom of choice. So we want to give these people opportunity to share their stories anonymously online so that they can see that what happened to them is not exclusive and it was definitely not their fault. Because what often happens is that the people are so ashamed and feel so isolated that it can lead to suicide. Our webpage is actually very simple. We have just 3 buttons there. And first button is I want to share my story. When a victim clicks there, the next option is I want to stay anonymous. We could have made the anonymous aspect automatic, but we wanted to have this action of the victim pushing the button, because what often happens is that these victims lose completely their agency over their lives, and they are completely dehumanized in the process of human trafficking, that we wanted to give them this kind of small empowerment to click the button. So they feel that I am in charge and I decide what happens in my life, like no one else has a control over it. Of course, sometimes the experiences have been too traumatizing to be able to speak about them. So we also have a third button that's called I need help. So when a victim clicks on this button, they will be immediately on the webpage where they can receive all the necessary help available in their region. So there will be information about NGOs, shelters, police, etc. We are focusing with our platform on Eastern European and Central European countries. As according to European Commission's 2014 data, there are more than 24,000 people from this ex-Soviet region, that become victims of human trafficking in every 3 months. In our team, we have human rights and data protection experts from Ukraine and also tip and technical specialists from Estonia. However, we would need NGO experts and experts from governmental sector who are in the audience here to join our cause and help us fight the human trafficking problem and turn around lives of many people as much as possible, as many as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Questions? Okay, I'll shoot one. How will you get your first 50 stories in the platform and first 1,000 readers?
Well, as I just said, like we are turning to the specialists of NGOs who actually work with these victims. And I'm sure that they have a lot of stories that they know and people who maybe would be interested in sharing their story. And then we can start to get the word around and also make like a media campaign about it and social media campaign.
Okay, any more questions? Yeah, up there.
Sorry, what? Well, we will have like specialists, for example, therapists or other professional specialists who will look through these testimonials, because this is also preventive if there will be, you know, some people who think it would be funny to make up some kind of story and the stories would be kind of, you know, like insulting and kind of abusing in their nature in general.
Okay, do we have one more question? Right. Who would be interested to join the cause and help to find those stories and get the word out? Okay. Thank you. Okay, and then next team, JobTraffic, coming on stage.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nina, and I'm sure you can tell that I'm not Estonian. And with that, I will begin to tell you about an awesome site, which will be a solution to the problem we're all fighting today. It's called JobTraffic.com. And what do? We create transparency so you don't get trafficked. And you might say, yeah, right, I will get trafficked. You would be surprised that each one of us potentially could become a victim of human trafficking. So what happens? How does a person fall into the trap of human trafficking and becomes exploited? Let's say you decide that you want to work abroad or even in your own city. You go online, you look at job ads, or you might use a recruiting agency. You find an awesome job. Let's say you're in Estonia and it's in Finland. You go to Finland, you meet the employer. Let's say it's in construction. You start working. A week goes by, a second week, the person has your documents because, of course, they have to hold them. They don't have to, but they've taken your documents. They don't pay you, and you say, wait a minute, I'm not getting paid, I'm leaving. They tell you, no, you're not. You are my slave. You will work for me, period. So congratulations, you just became trafficked. So this is the worst case scenario, and what we want to prevent. How do we prevent this? You go on our website and there are options where you can see reviews of employers. And these reviews were provided by people like you who have had the job experience, either very positive and you give the employer a rating of 5 stars, or terrible and you can give them a rating of 1 star. If you don't see the employer's name up there, you can actually manually type it and add it to the database. There will be an administrator who actually checks the posts, the reviews of employees, because it will be anonymous. This is geared towards the employees because sometimes human trafficking victims or even people who are exploited they're afraid to put negative reviews. So this gives them a voice. Also, this gives a voice to positive reviews. So in terms of employers, this could be beneficial to them if they're part of our site, that if they get positive ratings, that means they're a good company. And this is the future, empowering the individuals. We see it through social media, crowdfunding. Governments will always be there, NGOs as well, but you, the individual, have a lot of power. And this is how we will harness it through sites like this. So I do believe that this is the future. And we already in Estonia have an NGO who is really much looking at what we're doing, and this will help fill a need. And they will be most likely the piloting NGO. We'll start with them and continue working. And our goal is to go beyond Estonia and Europe and so forth. And of course, we encourage every one of you to take part in our cause, and in terms of marketing, to get the word out, to get the users out, and advertising and funding. So thank you so much, and hopefully you'll join us in this movement.
Thank you. So, who'd like to ask a question? There.
I think it's a very good movement, but I see two very weak places of this. First of all, victims of human trafficking can not aware that she's a victim, so any person cannot have enough information about the indicators, what is human trafficking, and put these own remarks instead of that. Was it trafficked or it was just a bad work condition, for example? And the second thing, what I see, how to avoid the values from the concurrents, for example.
I'm sorry, that last part?
If I see that my concurrent on this site, I can put the most bad thing about this company and how to avoid this process.
Yes. Thank you. Great comment. So basically what will happen is if there's a negative review, there will be an administrator, the NGO, at the moment this will be set up, the contact will be the NGO, they'll be monitoring. So if they see an anonymous negative remarks constantly, they will, if the person, there will be an option also in the future that you can leave an email for contact, they probably will not, but the moderator can delete the comment. So if it's negative, and it's the same person over and over, similar comments. But yes, that's the risk of it. But we are willing to take the risk in order to save all the other people that potentially will come, check out reviews, and might decide not to go with an employer because of a negative review.
I think this is the same problem with the booking of the hotel. For example, when you choose the hotel based on the comments.
Yes, correct. Basically, we're sort of following the business model. If it's not broken, why fix it? Take over and modify it. So, thank you. Yes.
So there's some few questions, and I'll pass you the mic so that the live stream viewers can also hear the questions.
I don't have a question, I have a comment. I think it's wonderful because the thing is that we don't have to wait until they fall victims of human trafficking. This is something that actually helps to prevent trafficking from happening in the first place. Because if I want to go and travel abroad, or even if I want to work in Estonia, and I know about this website, and I start reading, and I'm like, this Ministry of Social Affairs seems to be a really strange place. Better not to go there. That's how we have avoided trafficking. Yes. So I think it's an excellent idea. Thank you.
I have an awesome team working on that.
Another question, comment?
The same. We are the supporting NGO, and we are going to use this. We are going to use this website anyway. So it will be working, I guarantee this.
Thank you.
It's a strong argument there.
Hey,
Okay, another question here.
What is your business model?
The business model. Great. Well, at early stages, so that's why we kind of need a business marketing person. But the initial idea is start off with the NGO here. Start small, work out the kinks. They have a network with the surrounding Baltic NGOs too. And so pilot here, work out the issues, continue bigger and more and more. So Maybe
probably
grants
rephrase the
from-
question. How,
yeah.
how do you
Oh.
plan to
Oh, sorry.
upkeep and like
Upkeep.
get some resources to develop the site
Oh.
and so on?
Right. Well, initially, probably it will be maybe voluntarily, volunteers plus grants. We'll see with the NGO. We'll have to chat what funding is available through the Estonian government. And when we have an upgraded model, then after that working model, what users, we can market it that way and to governments or NGOs. And potentially the little part about the private sector, like the good PR, that if this is the next thing that's happening, users, rating companies, they would want to advertise or be part of it. So that could be, but we have to discuss. So yeah, we need help in that area, whoever wants to join.
All right. Is there one more question? Yep.
I just,
Nora.
yeah. Just a follow up to your, I'm sorry, I forget your name.
Roman.
Oh yeah, Roman. His comment about the trafficking portion of this. I think this is fabulous, but there's an opportunity here also to educate, which is if you put just, it's a really nice, bold design, but you have room there for some small, another line in red or in something up at the top to educate to never give your passport away.
Oh yes, we can totally modify and have, we were discussing to have an information tab too, but in the 48-hour constraint, we couldn't put all the things we wanted to, but we wanted to get something working so you get an idea. But great comment, yes.
All right. Last questions? No. Thank you. Sorry, I missed one hand up there, but we'll still have some time after the presentations. Definitely can ask and more questions. Right. So then the next team, SafeBox. I'm not gonna go close to that remote control anymore because it did that well previously. Ready? Go.
Hi everyone, we are SafeBox. SafeBox offers you to store your copies of your travel documents in a safe place and have opportunity to send a cry for help if you are in emergency situation while traveling abroad. The problem we are focusing on is that the people do travel and the people do get in trouble while traveling. 25% of travelers had their documents stolen or lost them, and 40% of them did not know what to do in emergency situation. 100% of victims of human trafficking had their documents confiscated or taken away. SafeBox gives them confidence that at least a copy of travel document is stored somewhere in a safe place online and can be accessed anytime if one has access to the internet, and send a call for help. So to be on a safe site, the person has to go online, register through very easy steps, upload the documents, and is ready for travel. If the person needs documents for simple reason, like for booking a hotel or airplane ticket, you can go online and get the copy of your documents.
Where's plus in this keyboard?
Then if it doesn't matter. If a real...
It's not a plus.
Okay. Can I continue?
You can double zero and it's
If real trouble occurs and the passport is stolen or get lost, and one has no access to the internet, the person can send cry for help using very simple phone he can get, or if there is access to the internet, the red SOS button, if you will have a chance, you will see it. The red SOS button from the person's profile can be pressed. The message for help is sent to the the message for help is sent to the 24/7 emergency helpline. Yep. So you see over there the SOS button. So you press the button and the message is sent to the emergency helpline of the 24/7 emergency service of the country. SafeBox is not another Dropbox or Google Docs, because we offer not only the safe place to store copies of your travel documents, but also the opportunity to send a call for help. And our strategy would be, we have launched our product in Latvia, and this is how the SafeBox is integrated in the website of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Latvia. We plan to go global. We, in partnership with our with partners, insurance companies and travel agencies. And we plan to work with NGOs who combat human trafficking. And our call for action would be go online, get registered, upload your documents, and give us feedback what goes wrong or what is good. Thank you.
I'm going to shoot a question there. Did you scrape the Foreign Ministry website, or is that for real?
Yeah, of course it's demo. It's a demo.
But I have to say, it's a safe system that even the author of the system can't log in. Okay, question over there.
Thank you. I am from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs from Estonia, so and working as an active consular officer. So I'm sorry to just crush a little bit your dreams. As it is, the myths are very easy to become. So the question is that if somebody saves their documents in the SafeBox, they can't travel with the copy. The question is that you need an emergency travel document, and this will be issued really quickly in every consulate, honorary consulate or embassy over the world. And if there's your own national embassy is not close by, you can do it by the EU consulate. So the question is that it might spread the myth that you need whatever copy and you can escape. I think the good idea is that there is SOS button and you get some information and you can ask for help. But I'm not sure that the idea flies.
Thanks for the question. I work for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Latvia. I'm an acting consular officer as well. I'm also a consular officer on duty on 24/7 emergency helpline, and I can assure you that sometimes copy of your passport can help to fly you back home if you are flying from Ireland where there is no honorary consulate and it is not possible to get you the help from your consulate or embassy to get emergency travel document. And if there is a charter flight, the history knows examples that people did travel with copies. Yep, but still we don't say that you can travel with a copy of your document, but it can help to verify your identity. A person can print out a copy of the document and show to the police in Zimbabwe, hey, I'm a Latvian citizen, to prove who I am. So that might help.
Okay, so just make sure you have a clear message there. Another question?
Just from our point of view, that there is utility in, again, I talked about running a tech camp in Cambodia, and if there's some place that somebody could put in a SafeBox an ID card, not even a passport, but in many countries, somebody, just an ID card, that it's loaded somewhere, so if they happen to be taken by somebody and 3 years later trying to prove who they are, if they know that that document exists somewhere in the cloud, it could be a helpful tool.
Can I just add to the first person? With the issue with Ukraine, there is a problem for even a Ukrainian citizen to go to the embassy, and if you do not have a copy of your document, it is difficult for you to prove who you are and get help from the consulate. Latvia is the same, but some countries do need the copies.
You're so happy to live in this kind of country, but I'm not.
Okay. Right. Is there, do we have more questions? Okay, up there, wait.
Hello, can someone actually activate this SafeBox with phone without internet? Like, how is it possible?
When you register, when you register online for the first time, you have to write your PIN, and if you want to send an alarm, you can use any phone and you send an SMS to the certain phone number, which will be on the website as well, with your date of birth and your PIN. So the system will recognize that you are sending an alarm. Did I answer the question? Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, and last question from here.
Yeah, who will receive this SOS call?
As we have launched in Latvia, so the message will be received by emergency helpline of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Consular Department. There is a consular officer on duty for 24 hours a day, who is checking emails for help because they're coming constantly, and messages on the phone. So we can be sure that the message will not be missed.
All right, thank you. And then next team is EyesOn. Come here and get ready.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. I'm Leo from the EyesOn team, and we make crime noticeable. The problem of human trafficking is a huge problem. It's a multi-million industry, and we have to collect a huge army to fight these criminals. Police can not always be in every single corner of your neighborhood to monitor it, and as well as they might not be notified of a crime if it's not obvious enough. So our service will help to deliver the suspicions to the government or the NGOs, and to check these suspicions, because a lot of human trafficking problems might be hidden behind the suspicions. It's not obvious if someone's trafficked, but it can be noticed by someone. As a citizen that's responsible for the things that go around him, I can download our application capture a photo of some suspicious actions around me, add some description and the location of it, and report it to our website. As an NGO, I can use an administrator page on a website to check out all of the reports that are made in my, for example, nearest neighborhood and take action to help people there. Our target audience are the people who use smartphones, who are generally into the idea of social networks. The project is really not dependent on the country where it will be launched, because it's based mainly on the community and the partnerships that we can build with the local NGOs. In the future, we want to advertise through social media and through other methods, like creating a viral video that will show how important the problem of human trafficking is, and how can everyone be involved in it, and to teach people how to help those people who are in trouble. The project, as a business model, it can be crowdfunded, so there might be some free donation for everyone. And in the future, we want to finish some software issues that we have right now. And if everyone's interested, please join. We are open. And as for the project, it's everything. But I want to thank my team, because the team is just awesome. I'm first time on the Garage48, and I'm just amazed about it. Okay, thank you.
Questions by the jury or the audience?
Right. I have this question. So I take a photograph of an old man with a little girl in the park, and I publish it online, indicating that I think there's a possible sex crime, for instance. How will you guarantee that that person, for instance, does not fall victim to vigilante justice or violence, since that is a very serious issue that people usually react to very emotionally? So wouldn't you be putting people who might be out there walking with their granddaughters, for instance, and physical health risk?
Yeah, that's a good question. We're thinking that there will be a public part of the website, and there will be a part of the website which is accessible only to government officials. So if, for example, there's a photo of some car with a plate number, it won't be accessible to the public. And as well as the situations where, like you said, about a grandfather with his daughter. Thank you.
Okay. I'm thinking that currently, with this refugee crisis in Europe, there has been a huge rise in racism and xenophobia. And in Estonia, I know there are Facebook web pages. If you spot immigrant, report, make a photo, such things are happening. So how do you make sure that your web page is not creating also racism, xenophobia, and stigmatization of certain ethnic and racial groups? Thank you.
Thanks for the question. Well, as I have said before, we could filter the racism through these public parts and non-public parts of the website. So there will be some administrator who will decide if this case is okay and it can be published or it should be deleted.
I'm just curious, is there any regulation, EU maybe, that prevents people from taking other people's photos, like a close-up which shows their faces? If I remember correctly, there was this kind of regulation that you have to ask permission if you want to take a picture of a person with his face clearly legible, or maybe I'm wrong. But
yeah, but I think if you report to the government officials, it's totally okay. If there's some cooperation with NGOs who are connected to the government, I think there can be some agreement between them. Thank you.
A couple of questions up there.
Hi, I just want to add previous ones as well. What will be published on the public site then?
What
can be published, I mean?
What can be published? I think, for example, if there's some massage salon or a model agency where there's a suspicion that something goes wrong there, if you spot some suspicious activities like girls doing some actions that they are not supposed to do there, or you can just spot some illegal immigrants in the apartment of your neighbor that are working all day, all night, and they have not enough food, not enough clothes, you can report it too. So they are not every situation is a obvious crime. And as I've said, for example, someone is living in my neighbor's apartment. Police may not react on that. It's just a suspicion, and it must be checked by the publicity.
One more question?
Like, I want to add some comments. So the aim of this project is to make crime visible, to make public informated and somehow react on these cases. Thank you.
Yes, this is very noble aim, but I really like these previous comments because there are so many legal issues here, and also the stigmatization. Also, this is illegal investigation, and actually, if you suspect something or you see something suspicious, you should report to the police. And if you don't want to do it with your own face and name, you can do it anonymously, and then they will do the investigation. So I really wouldn't go there. Honestly, there are just too many strange issues.
Okay, but in the country where I live, and it's Ukraine, police has no opportunities to provide an anonymous request. There's no opportunity like that. So, and more of that, if I just suspect someone, it's not enough. Police may not react on it at all. And a lot of cases of human trafficking can be lost.
I think we're running out of time for the questions. So thank you.
Thank you.
And then the sixth and final team for night, that too, coming on stage. By the way, when I was listening to this presentation, I recalled that, I'm from Latvia, and I've noticed that our local police has become slightly active on social media. Namely, there are some funny cases that a teen is tweeting, "I want to buy some weed," and then he gets a reply and follow back from state criminal police, "We want to know that too." Or, or somebody puts an unfortunate party picture, having a good time with the green stuff, and then they got to reply, "We're coming after you. Stay calm." So.
All right.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Excellent. Okay, hi, my name is Vary, and I'm here on behalf of Team Theto. What we've designed is a platform with tools to help NGOs who are trying to disrupt traffickers. Particularly, what we're looking at is online. So, as some of you know, trafficking has really moved online in many ways. So first of all, we find that lots of traffickers are trying to get their victims via online ads, which seem to be legitimate, and people go in to get their jobs, and then once they're there, their passports are taken away and they become enslaved. So the question is trying to find these difficult ads before they begin. And the second thing is that when people are then enslaved, particularly in terms of sexual slavery, we find that their services are being offered to people online. So these girls are available to be seen. We know that some of them are underage, and yet how do we approach doing something about this? So in the 2 days that we've been working with Roman from Lulin. Elolin, my nerves. And he does a fantastic job where basically he individually phones up every single girl who comes on these websites. But the thing is, and asks, are they okay? Do they need help? How can he help them? But the important thing is that this takes hours of having to look through hundreds of new emails and numbers every single day. Is it the same girl? Does she have the same number? If there's many numbers with one girl, maybe there's a problem. If there's one number which is many girls, that's clearly someone's pimping many girls out. So being able to analyze this data really allows us to understand what the problem is and fundamentally how can agencies target help towards people. So we've managed to create one thing which will help Roman in his daily work, but what we want to do is go much further than that. So we want to create multiple tools on this platform that will allow lots of NGOs to be able to do what they're doing better and more efficiently. So a first call to action, which is if you are an NGO and you need help with this, then we would absolutely love to help you. The second thing is that we understand that other people are working in this area, and we want it to be so that every NGO has the ability to really react fast and efficiently to this arms race against the traffickers. So we've been trying to get partnerships with other people who are doing other fantastic things, so that we can really support every single one of you who are out here in this audience doing a fantastic job. I would just finally like to say thank you so much to my team and to to the mentors who helped us when our website crashed 20 minutes ago because it had all gone down and we had to quickly flip it over. You are magnificent, and I will love you forever. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I already see some hands up.
I have a question. How do you think it will be some open resource or it will be some internet site with limited access?
Yes, the idea is to have a login. It is limited access. This is for NGOs doing very specific work. On the legality of things, everything that we are scraping from the internet is publicly available. The thing is two things. One, be able to meta-analyze this data very quickly so that you can form patterns, get results, and find the people in the massive, there are many adverts out there which are totally harmless. It's how do you find the dangerous ones? The second thing is the fact that obviously these websites, particularly prostitution ones, are riddled with viruses, and Roman has one computer, and we don't want him to wreck his computer having to look through websites that are individually very difficult. So being able to take the important data and put it somewhere safe so that you can analyze it is a really fantastic resource, we hope. There we go.
I am very glad that exactly from the police pay attention on this project because of we see that it's very useful and with a huge potential of this program, but it's need a good development. We of course cannot develop it enough, upgrade it enough during all these few days, but we see also the potential for monitoring of the darknet through this website, because we need the links with the Onion domain. With the Onion sites, where is exactly occurs the most dangerous thing. So this is such a demo light version, but our Armenians colleagues bring us the brilliant idea to this, and we see that we can upgrade and we can develop this product to a really brilliant tool.
Yeah.
There is just a comment.
Yeah.
It's a great idea, but believe me, many governmental intelligence services trying to monitor darknet, it's not so easy, and they give a lot of money just to know some things. Yes, a little step. It's a lot of money to monitor darknet. It's intelligence work, not NGOs.
Okay, thank you very much. Roman dreams big, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so But yeah, to be able to tackle big problems, we need a lot of sharing of information between agencies and organizations. So please let us know what you think, and also if you know other people who do things like this, let's all start talking and together write the code to make the difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, do we have any more questions for Team Theto? No, everyone is too taken aback with your presentation. Thank you again very much. Hey, this is it from the presentation. So now what's going to happen is that I would ask the jury to gather outside, and we'll go to the mentors room to make the harsh judgment. And everyone else, you're welcome to have a coffee break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes, something like that, and then come up with the results.
Sides, get a seat, make sure your teammates are here. We're about to start. All right, please take a seat, everyone. Everyone, please take a seat so we can continue. So, let's have the sound of silence. Right. So if anyone is wondering why we have a lot of chili pepper trees here, as hopefully you have noticed that we are in Estonia, and Estonian generally are very calm people, and so before we invite any mentor to announce the prize, we'll ask to eat some peppers, and then Are you ready for that? Up for the challenge? No. Okay, right. So anyway, please, everyone take a seat. And before we get to announcing the winner and the winners, I would like to invite on stage Nicole Johnson from the US Embassy here in Tallinn. We'll give some applause.
Thank you, and I know everyone's eagerly awaiting the winner presentation, so I promise I won't take too much of your time. First, just join me in giving a round of applause to yourselves and to everyone on the teams here. You all did a fantastic job this weekend. So the U.S. Department of State decided to fund this tech camp and hackathon this weekend based on a very simple idea that we can bring together a lot of smart people with diverse backgrounds and diverse skill sets and put them in a room for the weekend and have them unite together around solving a single goal to try to help use technology to prevent trafficking and protect trafficking victims. And I think we've really accomplished that goal today. I know for our partner Garage48, this was a unique challenge. Never before had they done a hackathon on this topic that was such a serious global problem. But I think, as some of our other speakers have pointed out, that today traffickers themselves are increasingly using technology to take advantage and recruit their victims. And so technology is precisely the tool that we need to be using to try to prevent trafficking from happening and try to protect the victims themselves. So I think this was a really appropriate hackathon to have here. You know, the US government had several goals in organizing this event. First, we just wanted to contribute to raising awareness about the problem. Second, we wanted to be able to foster an opportunity for people to create relationships and networking with like-minded individuals to try to further the work even after this weekend. And we hoped that some prototypes would be developed that could possibly be used to prevent trafficking going forward. And I think we've accomplished that. But the work doesn't end here tonight. I hope that all of you will go forward and try to develop your programs even further. And we certainly will do the same. We've already had interest from some organizations and partners who want to hear about the ideas that you guys have all developed this weekend. And so we're hopeful that we might be able to work together to try to continue developing some of these ideas. Before I turn it back over, I just want to give a few thanks to individuals and organizations for making this weekend possible. First, thank you to the Estonian government officials who have participated over the weekend. We've had the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Social Affairs, and Justice here all weekend, and I think it really demonstrates the commitment that the Estonian government has to working on this problem, and we look forward to continuing to work with you. And second, just thank you to all of the individuals and experts that traveled from around the region. We've got so many countries represented here in this room right now. Thank you for sharing your expertise and for really diving in and working together all weekend. I'm sure you'll be thanks again later, but Chris, thank you for being such a great facilitator and MC. I think not only did you keep us on track all weekend, but you provided a lot of technical expertise and encouragement as well throughout the weekend. Thank you. And the mentors I know will be thanked as well later, but I'll add my note of thanks to all of you. I know you have other jobs and many demands on your time, so thank you for taking the time to be with us this weekend. And last but not least, I want to thank our partner in organizing this, Garage48, and specifically Janne, who really pulled this whole event together behind the scenes over the last few months. When we first started meeting to plan this event, she said this is such a challenging event for her. The topic is so new and different from what they've worked on before, but you also said you were really up for the challenge and looking forward to it. So I think you rose to the challenge, and thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure to work with you. All right, I'll turn it back over to Chris so we can hear the winners.
All right, thank you. And please, round of applause to Nicole and US Embassy here in Tallinn. All right, just to add one more sort of bigger thanks before we go to the winners. Can I ask all the mentors to stand up again? You know, I wasn't joking about those chili peppers. Please come here. Come here on the stage in front. Thank you for being here with us.
had my dinner, but thank you.
So I'll quote a little bit of the previous speaker, Nicole. You know, when we invited the mentors here, we said it might be a little bit challenging. So, are you up for the challenge? And you all said yes. So, there we are. Anyway, please. Yes, works again. Please give the warmest applause to the mentors for being here with us. All right, I'll leave it up to you to make the voluntary decision. How did you use the plant as a flower or you know, for adding some spice for the dinner? So thank you again. All right. There we are, winners. I just skipped some prizes. No, we're not skipping those. But anyway, we had fairly long discussion for who is the winner, and 3 teams were sort of highlighted as really good ones. So there were different opinions, you know, who is better in what sense. But we had to arrive to some decision, right? Now, the important part is, which I hope you all understand, that you know, whichever team we announce as a winner or a runner-up, the whole point of this is to get started, and you know, this is just the beginning, right? So, the team who gets the winner diploma, job well done, but you'll have to work much harder to bring your concept actually to people in need, and people and the teams who might not get the diploma. You have all the opportunities in the world and all the contacts here in this room and beyond to bring your ideas to the people in need, right? So yeah, my wish to all of you is finish what you started if you really believe in that. So yeah, I hope that's gonna happen. Right, the second runner-up will be announced by Janos. He was shy to take up the challenge, but he was really vocal about the team in the discussions in between the mentors. So, could you give us some brief, you know, what to like in the team and who the team is actually?
This team were quite decent. Actually, I think this team had the smallest room, working room almost, yeah, because they were like bunch of people. But yeah, okay. Then the second runner-up is drum roll. JobTraffic.
JobTraffic. Can we see the team here in front? Anything to add from the team?
Yeah. I just want to say that just every everyone should be encouraged to dream big. Honestly, I came here to be a tip specialist to help support. I did not expect that I will get up to propose an idea and then I will also work together with a team to make it happen, because this is the most amazing team. We have a police officer for Armenia, we have an Estonian who is a social media, we have another Estonian who is a lawyer, and we have a Latvian who is, we worked to death, thank God he was on our team, he's the engineer. We have a Lithuanian social worker and an Estonian designer, and I'm Bulgarian tip specialist. So yay to changing the world. Anyone can do it if you get people.
Thank you. So before we continue, here's a quick American English to Estonian dictionary, right? And this is a true story. In this summer with Garage48, we did an event called European Innovation Academy, where half the students, about 200, were from the States, like UC, Berkeley, Stanford, etc., and the other half were from Europe, and quite a few from Estonia in particular. So they were okay translates as a great team, right? They were decent translates as a fabulous team. So whenever, and this is actually a true story. So so back from this event, once the American students understood how Estonians speak, then when at the final demo, when they heard from me that, you were doing okay, they asked, was that Estonian okay or was that American okay? So when you hear Jaanus speaking that the team was decent, that's close to the maximum amount of emotion and empathy he's capable of showing. So we have the first runner-up and also the winner of EyesOn special prize. So that was the slide I skipped. This doesn't work. I'm a Windows user. I'm not good with Macs. So probably most of you have no idea what is EyesOn about, right? So EyesOn is the national startup competition here, taking place every year. And it's a 6-month or something like 6-month long program that works as a TV show where teams enrolled in the program get intensive mentoring and different kind of support, and they compete for quite big prizes at the end. And the special prize actually is a wild card to the finals, to top 30 actually starting the competition. So it's pretty important. Right, Kasper, the floor is yours to announce.
Thanks for the floor. So it is my honor to announce the runner-up for the competition, as well as the participants in this prestigious event that you just heard about. Any educated guesses? Of course, the runner-up for this year's, or this garage is SafeBox. Please come down here.
Anything to add from your side?
I'm a software engineer, and I'm also a founder of NGO in Ukraine, but I know nothing about human trafficking before this Friday. And to learn something about that and look for current possible problems, I opened Google maybe 2 hours before hackathon was opened. So, first of all, thank you. You're amazing organizers. I can say that I was on many hackathons. Second thing, what I want to say, ideas flows in the air. Ideas cost nothing. Team costs. So, thank you, team. And thank you all for best company. It was amazing 3 days.
Thank you, and there we are, yet to announce the winners. So I don't have any more spoilers in my hands. I'm not going to help out with this one. Willem, floor is yours.
Okay, people, it's just happens that technical mentors haven't not spoken yet, so just technically speaking. The winner team is absolutely fantastic, I must say. It was superior to my imaginations, my expectations, what I had before this event, and I warmly will invite you, please, winners, stand up. Theto! Your team's spirit, your team's dynamics is something wonderful. You are awesome people. Okay. Oh. Okay. So can you take this mic burden from me? Thank you. You are the leader. Good job. Thank you.
So we actually got you some prizes that hopefully will keep you in motion, and you'll get where you want to be. Thank you.
Hi guys. I am actually shocked because I am in love with your projects. I think that you guys have done amazing things. You've achieved out of nothing the opportunity to genuinely change what you are doing. And if you put as much dedication and passion into the projects as you have in the last 48 hours, I genuinely think that you can actually turn the tide on something that is so immense and seems so beyond our reach. But actually, each and every one of you is fantastic. So many of you on a daily basis help people, and you are heroes. And I am completely in love with you, and I would actually love to be your friends. The piece of paper is very nice, but what really matters is the fact that I got to spend some amazing time with some truly awesome and dedicated people. So each and every one of you has been amazing. Sometimes you've kicked my ass when I've come up with a bad idea and it was wrong. Sometimes I've asked too much of you and you just said, no, we can't do that. But most of all, when everything went wrong and 20 minutes before we were supposed to be on the server that we had everything on just went down, you just dealt with it because you are awesome. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Also, Hendrik, you saved us at the last moment. So basically, whatever you want, we'll buy you a drink. You definitely got some free hugs coming your way. Thank you.
I just want to say that this team has been amazing, and it was a true privilege to be here at this conference and to be a part, a very, very tiny, teeny, tiny, small part of this team. But I want to say that a team has a leader, and a leader makes for a lot. And V Spark and her enthusiasm and her energy and her nonstop drive to make this work, partnered with our great guys who worked in the background and who made it happen, make this team successful. So give them a round of applause.
It's all lies.
That's what I do, I'm a lawyer.
Hey, don't run away. I have a slide that everyone are winners, and to prove that, I would like to take a picture with the winners, namely all of you. Can we somehow try to squeeze here all the teams and make a group photo? And of course, the winners could step forward. Go on, don't be shy. All the teams, please come down for a quick group photo. Outside. Okay. So then somebody has to open the door. Let's do the group photo on the stairs or whatever that room is called.